Here is how I work out to stay lean. A very detailed guide. Let's get right into it. Guide. I always mess up on that word. All right, let's get right into it, guys. Let's get it right into it. So I already gave you guys the nutrition and all that stuff, but let me get into the workout because yeah, you got to work out a certain way if you want the V tape, you want the shoulders. All that stuff does matter when you're working out. All right. So what I've noticed, first of all, you don't need to spend 50 to 70 minutes in the gym. I mean, you don't need to spend 2 hours in the gym, 3 hours in the gym. I spend 50 to 70. I actually spent like 50 minutes in the gym today. I was kind of surprised because everyone was looking at me when I had like a serious pump. They're like, dang, what the heck? And then I just like left. And I got there after some people and I left before them. So I know they're like, what the heck? How is he in here for a short period of time? Efficiency is key. You need to have a plan when you go into the gym. You need to get in and out. You don't want to just sit around in between sets. That can decrease your intensity as well. And then also, you might not know what to do, so you just look at what other people do, and then you do like a full body workout every time you go there, but you don't hit any body part enough because you're just copying what other people do. Another thing you don't need to do is a bunch of cardio, all right? And you don't have to do any crazy movements like the ropes that you see on Instagram and TikTok. You don't have to do any of that crazy stuff. You don't have to do like 1,000 burpees a day. You don't have to do backflips. None of that stuff is necessary. 1,000 crunches. None of that stuff's necessary, guys. None of it. All right. All right. How to stay motivated in the gym, guys? This is the dumbest question I always see. Like people are like, "Yo, I need to stay motivated in the gym. Like I would go if I was motivated." What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? You go to work every single day without motivation. Motivation literally has nothing to do with showing up. Like motivation in the gym, there's no correlation. You go to the gym to build a better physique, to be the healthiest version of you, to relieve some stress, to get an endorphin rush, right? Bare minimum, right? That's like the bare minimum that you go to the gym for, but it's to be the healthiest version of yourself. So you go to work to get paid. You don't go to work because you're motivated. This shit doesn't make any sense. So stop saying, "Oh, I'm not motivated to go to the gym." Shut the hell up. It's literally that's what lazy people say, or just like it's the laziest excuse. Like I'm not motivated to go to the gym, so I don't go. What does that have to do with going to the gym? Like if I relied on motivation to go to the gym, I wouldn't be talking right now because I would probably be 250 pounds and I wouldn't be able to see my Johnson because my stomach would be so big because I wasn't motivated to go to the gym. That's it doesn't make any sense. Are you motivated to take care of your kids every day? You probably have some motivation, If you have kids, you probably have some motivation, but you're like not every day, but you got to take care of them because it's your responsibility, right? Don't you have to take care of your body? It's your responsibility. That's like saying you don't go to the mechanic because you're not motivated. So you're just never going to get an oil change because you're not motivated. Okay, that's on you. That's on you. And then when you have type 2 or something, that's when you start like, oh, I need to go to the gym. No, 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 no. You gotta go to the gym regardless. It's part of upkeep, taking care of your body. You brush your teeth every day whether you're motivated or not. This is the same concept. All right, working out is the same concept. You got to take care of your physique. You don't wait for the check engine light to come on. You got to take care of your physique. All right, all this stuff doesn't make any sense to me because and a lot of the times people will not wake up early in the morning to take care of themselves, but they'll wake up early in the morning if their boss tells them, hey, be here 2 hours earlier. You'll wake up at 3 a.m. if your boss tells you that. But if you have a lot of stuff to do and you want to take care of yourself and you have to go to the gym, you have to meal prep, you won't wake up on time an hour early. You'll just press the snooze button and keep sleeping. Right? That doesn't make any sense to me. Take care of yourself, guys. Change how you view the gym. All right. The gym is not somewhere that you work off a bad diet. It's not somewhere you do 2 hours of cardio because you ate a pizza. All right. It's not somewhere that you do the rope exercises and then you immediately burn fat during the workout. All right. And prioritize strength training. Stop focusing so much on cardio. I see way too many people focus way too much on cardio. Like I say all the time, like every time I go to the gym, there's some dude. He's heavier set. He's pretty athletic, and he's always asking me about like how do you lose weight. I see him on the stair stepper for an hour to the point where there's like sweat all over the stair stepper. Like he's killing it on the stair stepper. That's amazing. But he's trying to work off the shit that he ate, and it just doesn't work that way, guys. Me not doing any stair stepper, right? Getting leaner and leaner and leaner because I'm controlling what I eat. The gym is 1 hour of your day. For some of you guys, it's like 3 or 4, which is overkill. If you're in the gym for 3 to 4 hours, what you're doing is just going into your muscle stores and you're literally not making any progress like that. But anyways, I spend 1 hour in the gym. The other 23 hours of gym are more important, guys. So with the gym, you got to show up, do what you need to do. Don't try to overdo it. If you just started going back to the gym, don't try to overdo it because you're going to go 7 days in a row and being there for 3 hours, then you're going to burn out and you won't be able to go the next week. So stop. looking at the gym as somewhere where you burn off your, you know, you burn off what you eat. Like you burn off everything you eat. Like if you eat some shit, you're like, you know what, I ate fried chicken, but I could just go to the gym. No. And if you see football players do that, it's because their activity level is 10 times as high as yours. And if you want to eat whatever you want to and lose weight, why don't you go train with NFL players? You probably won't last a day. So yeah, shut the hell up, guys. All right, my preferred split. So I prefer push pull legs just because you hit everything twice. Now, if you do like a bro split, but you alter it, you can also hit everything twice. As you can see right here, my push day, I always warm up with as many reps as possible with the dips and pull ups. I usually do like 4 sets, and then I go to incline bench, hammer strength, incline dumbbell, all that stuff. Right. That's one of my push days. My other push day is more shoulder focused, so I'll do shoulders first instead of chest first. And then back day, this one is width. The second one is usually thickness, and then leg day. One of them is quad focus, calf and quad focus, and then the other one is hamstring and glute focused. All right, very simple stuff, nothing crazy. When you're bulking, you do this workout routine. You track the amount of weight you're using. When you're cutting, you do this workout routine. You make sure you're using the same weight. All right. A lot of you guys do one routine when you're bulking. You gain a lot of muscle because you're lifting heavy. As soon as you start cutting, you literally do light weights and then you lose all your muscle. You're gonna lose all your muscle if you do light weights while you're cutting. All right. You're not a Pilates instructor. You're trying to build muscle. So why are you using 5 pound weights on shoulder press when you're using 90s during your bulk? All right. So if you cut, stop cutting out weight as well. Cutting does not mean cutting out weight unless you want to lose muscle. So you should still be lifting heavy. If you feel kind of tired and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't lift this heavy in my cut. It's all mental. It's all mental. All right. If you feel tired, like, oh, I can't. Yes, you can. Stop playing. You're being lazy. All right, progressive overload, guys. One of the most important things. When you work out, you got to be progressively overloading. A lot of people, listen, if you're not benching 315, it just means you haven't been working out long enough. It doesn't mean you're not strong. Like, I don't think strength is what people think it is. All right. Like if you're benching 4 plates or 5 plates, then you're strong. But if you're just like squatting 3 plates or you know, leg pressing 6 plates, or you're lunging with like 45s, 50s, it just means you've been in the gym for a while. If you're shoulder pressing hundreds for reps, 80s for reps, it just means you're consistent in the gym. It doesn't mean that you're like, it doesn't mean that you're super strong. I don't like people, because some people will be like, oh my God, you're benching 315, you're strong. It's like, I'm not strong. But when you're in the gym consistently, you have to add the weight because you want to build muscle. Like if you want to build muscle, you got to progressively overload, guys, over time. So for example, if you're trying to build your chest and you're incline benching, if you start off incline benching 135 for 10 reps in, 5 years, if you're doing 225 for 10 reps, your chest is going to look bigger because you progressively overload, especially if your nutrition's on point. All right. So when people see me, incline benching like 275, and they're like, oh, wow, you're strong. I'm not strong. I just been in the gym consistently. So I have to add the weight eventually because 135 is too light after a while. So you add it and you go to 145. After a while, it's too light. So you add. You feel me? If you add 10 pounds a month for 5 years, right, that's 600 pounds added. Now, none of us do that. All right. None of us add 600 pounds. But if you add 5 pounds a month on average for 6 years, that's about 300 pounds. And that's what I did with my deadlift. Like people see me deadlifting 6 plates, they're like, you're strong, just consistent. Like when you're in the gym for a while, you're gonna go up in weight. So when I see people that are like, yo, how do you get your bench up? How do you get your shoulder press up? I already know they're not consistent because it's impossible not to add weight if you're in the gym consistently. Now, obviously, you're gonna cap out at a certain point. Like once you get to around 365 on bench, you'll probably slow down a little bit unless you're only doing powerlifting. Once you get to 4 or 5 on squats, you'll slow down a little bit. Once you get to like 5 or 6 plates on deadlifts, you'll slow down a little bit. But if you're consistent, the weight's going to go up. It's impossible for the weight not to go up, guys. It's not strength, it's consistency. Exercise selection, guys. So basic compound movements are going to be effective at building muscle, and they're going to incorporate a lot of your core, so you don't have to do as much like direct core work, right? Because you're doing pull-ups. For example, if you do pull-ups, muscle-ups, you're going to feel your abs. If you do squats heavy, you're going to feel your abs. Your core is going to be sore the next day. Your obliques, your lower back, your abs are going to be sore the next day because they're using those to stabilize the weights. All right. So barbell movements are important. Dumbbell movements are important, but machines are good too, especially to isolate muscles. So doing a mixture of everything is very, very important. And you got to make sure that you have a plan when you go into the gym, like I said, because a lot of people just go in there and they kind of just mess around. They do some pec deck. I saw someone at the gym yesterday. I knew they were messing around because they did some pec deck, they did some treadmill, then they went to elliptical, and then they looked at what I was doing. They're like, okay, they did some Arnold's, and then they just did some like some squats, some hack squats, and then he just left. And I was like, yeah, there's no structure in that routine. You're not hitting any muscle like directly. You are moving, which is good, but you need to have a set routine so you can emphasize certain muscles. A lot of you guys want to look aesthetic. I already made a video about like exercises for aesthetic physique, but let's get right into it again, anyways. All right, so important exercises for aesthetic shoulders. Side raises are going to be your best friend. You got to work the rear delt. We all have weak rear delts. I have weak rear delts, so I hit them pretty hard. I do rear delt flies. I do face pulls, all that stuff. That's really going to help your shoulder start to pop, right? And then people are going to be like, dang, is that dude on steroids? And that gives you like a wider look too, which makes your waist look smaller. Side raises, side raises, side raises. Of course, shoulder press, Smith machine shoulder press, those are like staples. But to really give it that size, which is weird. It's weird what gives it the size because you're only lifting like 20s to 25s on side raises. You're only lifting 20s to 25s on rear delt raises. And that's what makes the biggest difference in your physique, which is crazy to me. But that's how it works, guys. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. All right, you guys want to get a bigger chest. Obviously, you're going to want to make sure you can do push-ups and dips. That's like, I just do those for warm-up. Incline Smith machine is probably the best exercise for like upper chest. Incline dumbbells as well, progressively overloading with that. Machine press is severely underrated as well. All right, exercises for a better back, guys. Pull-ups is a staple. You got to be doing pull-ups and deadlifts. But if you have issues with like lower back, then you don't have to do deadlifts. So you can do seated rows, one-arm rows, T-bar rows. Of course, you want to do lat pull-downs, pullovers, all of that stuff, guys. So it's going to be the best exercises for back. And in order to make your waist look smaller, big lats are definitely going to help, guys. All right, and then of course for your quads, you want your quads to pop. You want this area to pop. You got to be doing full range of motion squats. You got to be doing lunges, reverse lunges, hack squats, all of that, goblet squats, all of that stuff, guys. All right, so one of the most common mistakes I see regarding working out, guys, is just not being consistent enough to see results. Like a lot of you guys are just like, man, like, should I be seeing results? I've been in the gym for 2 weeks. What the hell is 2 weeks, guys? That's not enough time. Any nutrition shit, guys. And when it comes to the gym, you should not miss. There is no missing. Like, you guys have a mentality where it's like, it's okay to miss a day. It's okay to miss a meal. That mentality is why you don't make any progress, because when you miss a meal, it doesn't sound the alarm. It's just like, oh, that's fine. You have no standards. Your standards are low as shit, right? Me, I miss 0%. I miss 0% of my workouts. It's 0%. It's just not happening. I don't miss. Oh, it's raining outside. Oh, my car broke down. Okay, I'm just gonna work out, in my room. Oh, I'm in a hotel room and the gym is out. I'm just gonna work out in the hotel room because I plan to work out. I'm gonna get it done, right? Oh, I'm not motivated. Obviously, I'm still gonna go to the gym. Motivation has nothing to do with whether or not you work out. Motivation does not affect your decisions. If people only did stuff on motivation, like every time you're mad, that means you're gonna go beat up someone. Like what is this? Like what is this? The hood or something? We're not doing that shit. That shit doesn't make any sense. We don't depend on motivation. Motivation is basically an emotion. Emotions are fleeting. Depending on that shit is dumb as hell, guys. And yeah, make sure you progressively overload. You should not be benching 135 for 5 years. You shouldn't be squatting 135 for 10 years. Like, you just shouldn't, all right? Doesn't make any sense. Very simple, guys. All right, y'all already know the drill. Link is going to be in the description for one-on-one training. All right, the Discord will be in the description as well. Make sure you tap into that as well. Have a blessed day.